WKIX, Channel 85. Brings you all there is to hear. It's the South's greatest station.
Well, we have run out of content, at least for now. I haven't gotten anything video worthy. So I figured I changed the oil in this car at 219,000 miles. We have, we'll call that 231,000 now. So that's, what is that, 12,000 miles? I don't know. The point is, it's time, guys. So, we'll do that. This car, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, if I can turn the engine off. Quit beeping. These cars were known for burning oil, so you want to keep the oil changed on time, or in 12,000 miles. That's close enough, right? Sure. Anyway, the point is that in that 12,000 miles, and I check the oil constantly because I know these things have issues with burning oil, it has not burnt a drop. So, I don't know. I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the ramps that this car barely gets up, and we're going to get all the other stuff, and we're going to see how bad it really is. From the look of it on the dipstick, it's not really that bad, but we'll see. You know, it might be interesting. I might make a terrible mess, and if I do, we want that on film, don't we? There's no film involved. It's digital. It's all the digital. We're fancy today. Okay, let's talk a little bit about oil filters. Don't get the cheapest one you can. That's what I put on there last time, guys. Seemed to do fine. But don't get the cheapest one you can. And whatever the hell you do, don't get a Fram. Fram filters, don't get them. So, we went all out, and we got the Wix filter. But you don't want to go too fancy, guys. We didn't get the Wix XP filter. That was an extra $2. We just got the regular Wix filter. And this is the number for the CoRolla. And as for oil, we got the full synthetic oil. This flavor. I mean, it's got, you know, it's got a circle on it, and it says Max Life Technology, and it's got this Dexos approved. I don't know what that means, but you know, it says it's thick and durable, and it just has all sorts of cool, you know, it's got the American flag right there, so it can't be too bad. You know, it's got all these graphics and stuff. It makes you feel like you're getting a good product, you know? So that's what we got there. Did I mention that she barely gets up onto these ramps without scraping? Look at that. I promise you, it won't scrape a bit. There you go, see? No scraping. It did move them forward a little bit, though. So that's neat. You know, you got the maximum liftage here. Let's see, we've got our nice clean rags here that I totally haven't used before. Let's see, I got the drain pan. Now this is, you don't want to go too fancy with these things. That's the cheapest one you can buy. It was like $3. You don't want to get too fancy. It's not a rocket ship. Okay. Let's see here. Liftage, please. Okay. I'm gonna pull this guy off, and I bet there's probably some crap under there. Not really. Okay. I need a wrench. Forgot about that. Okay, so when your car's up on ramps, you want to make sure you don't put anything behind the wheels, because you don't want to pop them. And you want to make sure the car's in neutral. That way you don't put any stress on the transmission, and don't put the parking brake on either. Wait, I don't think that's right. Oh well, we'll go with it. Now this is the oil drain plug here. I can't really get you to see it too well. And then this guy here, well, that's your transmission drain plug. Is that rust? No, that's oil. You don't want to remove this guy. Although you could. It's the same size. You don't want to remove that guy. You want to remove this guy. They're both 14 millimeters. Jeez. Someone put the... Well, I did this. So why is it so tight? I will be right back. I gotta crack this thing loose. I don't know, I must have put the death grip on it or something. Okay, so I guess I used my big Ooga Dooga wrench to put it on there. And that's why it was so tight. Now, it's hard to do it at this angle. Look at that, not a bit of oil on my hand. Oh, and it just dripped off the bolt. That's almost amazing right there. Now this thing is not level, and it's going to start filling up one side and start spilling over. So I'll just fix that real quick. It smells, oh, I can smell that. It smells like gasoline. That's what you want your oil to smell like, right? Gasoline. It's black and it smells like gasoline. Not too bad though. Okay. Looks like we got some oscillations in there. I hope that's not like crap coming out. Well, I'll let that drain down and we'll be back, I guess. Sure. Okay, so looking at this drain plug, that there is a crush washer. And you're supposed to remove this, and you're supposed to replace these crush washers every time you change the oil. So we're going to do the right thing and pretend we didn't see that. Okay. Now, I believe the filter is under here. Yes. So I'm going to... This is where we get our hands covered in oil. Maybe. That almost looks red. If you're doing this expecting to not get oil on your hands, don't do this. There you go. Now, like I mentioned, I used a cheap filter. This is the, let's see here, that's just a Napa house brand filter. Yeah, look how black that is. It's not, I've seen a lot worse. Now, the topic of debate is whether magnets on the filter help anything. Well, do they? I don't know. But I do know that they can't possibly hurt anything. So why not use them? Anyway, I'll let that finish draining out. It's still dripping some. So, I don't even know if you can see. I guess you can. Here's our old oil. It's got like this yellow tinge. It's kind of strange. But, it's dark. Definitely not the worst I've seen. But it's, pretty dark. It's kind of red. It's weird. It's like red. I don't know. But there's not like a bunch of shiny metal in it, which is good. So this is definitely not the worst oil I've ever seen. It's far from it. It's dark, but it doesn't have metal flakes in it, which is what you want. The worst, at least as far as blackest and thickest I've seen, would probably be in my in the 2002 Honda Civic that I own. It's been sitting for a while, but that thing, the oil in that car, I think it's been, I don't even know how long it's been since the oil's been changed. Never been changed since we had it. It is black. I mean, black. Like pitch black. I haven't changed it. I know it's been at least 30,000 or so miles. And judging by the person who owned it before, it's not synthetic either. It's just regular oil. So that's bad. But anyway, oh, and don't get me started on the transmission fluid in that car. Anyway, I thought you were all dying. Come on, it's winter. Get the hell out of here. Get the... Why are you not dead? Anyway, here's our new filter. Oh, I forgot to put the oil on the gasket. Well, I'll use the old oil because I don't feel like... You use your old oil on the gasket. Honestly, I don't think that really makes too much of a difference. It's not like your car has all the old oil out of its system anyway, right? Okay, so I keep trying to pre-fill this thing. And of course, the filter media sucks it down. Anyway, that's pre-filled enough. If you have a car that you can pre-fill the filter on, I guess do it. Because someone said to. Anyway, you could clean that off too. Probably wouldn't be such a bad idea. What happened to the zoom? Why is this thing zoomed all the way in? Now you don't need to put a wrench to put this thing on. You want to put it tight, and then just a couple of turns past that is fine. Now we're properly recycling this oil here, and that'll keep dripping like that as long as it wants to, and I don't want to wait for it. So we're gonna put our plug back in. Once again, we've got a crush washer. You probably want to replace that, but I'm gonna pretend that this vehicle doesn't have one of those for now. Where'd my wrench go? There it is. Oh, still on backwards. I keep hitting the zoom for some reason. There you go, that's tight. Now, a little bit after that is good. You don't need to, like, tighten it how I did before for some reason. I'm just gonna clean up that there. That way, if it starts leaking and you want to look under here for a while after you do it, make sure it's not leaking. That way, if it starts leaking, then you'll know it's leaking. I don't know where I was going with that. Ignore this power steering fluid. That's doing something else. Well, no, it's not. I put oil in. Okay, but what we're gonna do is try to put the oil in there. Now this car has this annoying, in fact, I'm gonna put it in neutral and roll it off of these things, because it has this annoying, if you look in the drain fill, it has this plate in here. This little small spot's the only place where the oil can actually go, so if you put it in here while it's on these ramps, it's just go back here. It's annoying as hell, and I don't know why they do it. So, come on, go back. Okay. Off. They really don't want these things to come off of here. If you're afraid of putting cars on ramps because they might roll off, they're not going to. Okay. Okay. So I definitely didn't just start it up with no oil on it to drive it off of there. It's fine. We're going to try to pour this in here. A funnel is a good idea. In fact, let me go try to find one of those. Okay, so I couldn't find a funnel, so I did the right thing and just sent it all the way and tried to pour it in there. And I did not spill it all over the place, which is nice. So I took out about a quart out of the jug thing. The capacity of oil in this car is 3.9 quarts. Last time I just put 4 in it. I don't think that 0.1 really makes too much of a difference. So let's see here. You know, I can't really tell. It's hard. Let me actually look at it. I'm going to put you down on the battery and try this again. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's right above the second hole there. So now what I'm going to do, start it up and let it munch on that and make sure that the level stays the same. We're going to make sure the light goes out. Because I think this car has an oil light. Yes, it does. And it went right out. Okay. Let it munch on that some here. Hear how nice my suspension sounds going up all these bumps here? Oh, it ain't clacking. I think we're good. I think if it was going to start clacking, it would have, right? I don't know, how do these things work? I think we're okay. Not getting in any lights or anything. You really want to rev your engine up like that when the engine's cold. You don't want to wait till it heats up, because that doesn't stress it enough. Okay. Let's cut it off and check the level again. I think that thing's been dinging like that constantly this whole video. This car is nasty. Anyway, let's see here. Let's check the level again. Right where it's supposed to be. Since I put 4 quarts instead of 3.9, it's a little tiny bit above the second dot, but that's not really gonna make a difference. There are a couple people who have these cars that burn so much oil, they'll just go ahead and put the whole 5 quarts in there. So that should be fine. This alternator is original to this car, by the way. Thought that's kind of interesting. Anyway, so there you go. The oil's changed in the car. We changed the oil in the car. Now we just gotta properly recycle that oil and properly recycle this oil filter. Okay, there you go.